Minute Review, where I Avery, go to the movies and review whatever I saw. So today, I'm going to be talking about the comedy Game Night, which, if you haven't heard about Game Night yet, it's this story about a group of people who get together and do game nights. And during one of these game nights, one of the people hosts a murder mystery, and it turns out that some of it's real and some of it isn't. So it's a mix of calamity and hilariousness ensue as these people try to win the game without knowing what's real and what isn't. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. When I saw the trailer for this, I thought, ooh, this has some potential. This could be really, really funny. And within the first act, it was. It started with the two main characters of how they met and how they get married. And basically their love of games is what's kept them together that whole time, which was pretty funny and pretty sweet. A very nice opening relationship there. And the opening where we get to learn about all the characters in the game night and even some of the ones that are left out, sort of the petty suburban life, which separates them from the crazy real stuff that's about to go down, which just makes it even more absurd when it does happen. My favorite scene by far was when the main character's brother was getting beaten up and kidnapped, but the rest thought it was all part of the murder mystery night. So they're sitting around trying out the cheeses and watching it happen, like they're watching this great acting performance, and none of them realized that it's real. That was hilarious, and I thought the whole movie was going to be like that. Unfortunately, it wasn't, and I'll explain why now. You see, within the first third of the movie, they all figured out that something real was happening. So the other 2/3 of the film are them trying to deal with the real thing and doing what they have to do, which was kind of a bummer. I was hoping that the reveal that real stuff was actually happening would be put off until much later in the film, so there would be a lot more of the, oh no, this is just a game, and watching these characters bumble through it like they're playing a regular game night, and not knowing that any of it is real when we, the audience, know it's real. I thought that doing that for longer would be funnier, because the first third was hilarious. I really liked the first third, and again, most of that has to do with the characters didn't know that it wasn't real yet, so they were treating it like they would treat a murder mystery party, and taking all of these situations like they weren't real when they were real. Those parts were really funny, but then when they all realized what was happening, it wasn't as funny anymore. There were still a couple of good moments. The reveal was funny when it happened, but it was just too early on. It didn't feel like it was a good enough payoff for the rest of the film that we had to sit and watch. And also, in the last act, there was this terrible, oh, just kidding, this is a part of the game again, or, oh no, this is real, or, oh no, this is a part of the game, but it's the game that another person set up to mix in with this one. There was just too much of the fake and real going on and off within the last act that it just kind of made the whole thing fall apart. And I just kind of lost the believability there, because there were one too many fake outs. Way too many fake outs, you know? So if they had just drawn out the beginning fake out or the beginning real fake dynamic to go through most of the film, and then closer to the third act to have the reveal, then that would have been great. Basically, if the third and the first acts connected together for longer and the whole second act wasn't there and the whole fake outs weren't there, this could have been a really clean knit funny film. But unfortunately, that's not what we got, so it's just okay. The only thing that really interested me in the last act was the fact that there was a Michael C. Hall cameo, and I just sat there in the theater and watched him come on the screen and think, wait, is that Dexter? Yeah, that's Dexter! And then That was the only thing that kept me invested for the last act of the movie was, oh look, there's Dexter. There's Dexter doing things. Because, I don't know, I just really like Michael C. Hall. He's pretty cool. It was a fun cameo there. But once again, the whole build-up and hilarity of that could have been a lot better if the second act had more meat to it, which it didn't, as I stated earlier. And that's pretty much what I have to say about it. So overall, it was a really cool premise idea and a really funny premise idea, but unfortunately, it gave the payoff way too early. So it just kind of left the rest of the film to sit there and figure out what to do with itself. And that made it from what it could have been a potentially really good film to just being a kind of comedy, which is sad because we have a lot of comedies. And this was such a clever concept that I really wanted to see it take off and be really good, or at least above average good. Instead, it was slightly below average good. I mean, it's not a bad film. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, and I do suggest to watch it because it is pretty funny. Just don't go and pay your money to go see it in the movie theater. Wait until it's like on Netflix or something, or I don't know, torrent it. That's probably not very good advice. But you know, the point is, it's fun to see when you don't have to go to the movies to see it. It's a fun little flick that you can check out on your own time when you can. But it's really not worth going to the movies to see, unfortunately. And that's all I gotta say about this. I hope you enjoyed this short puppet review. If you liked it, make sure to put a pause up and press that like button. And don't forget to comment and subscribe as well. I think I've made enough of these short puppet reviews that we're actually going to have a playlist for them now. And that'll be somewhere hovering around me within the last 20 seconds of this video or so for you to go and check out. We've also got a lot of other fun content that you can go and check out too if you want. And I will see you the next time I go to the movies. You know, it wasn't that good of a movie, but watching this really wanted me to have a game night. I really want a game night now. Hey Chester, let's do a game night!